fuck doxers. And for those of you that think I might be on your side, fuck you if you defend doxing. How about that? And you who are out there know who I'm talking about. Keep running that fucking defending doxing shit. Come over here and come talk to me, and I'll show you just how much I ignore you.
Hold on, wait. I want to add defending doxing while saying that somebody who didn't even use another person's first name doxed them.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. So there's been some nonsense going on. I heard some people were talking shit. So, I've come to sort of explain the situation for those of you who are not on Twitter. I'll give a bit of a briefing. This is I'll do my best to try and stick to the topic at hand and the thing I actually take issue with, which is the threat of assault and the threats of doxing. So we're gonna probably end up having a little bit of fun today, but we're gonna be a little bit serious until we get there. So this is probably at least the second time that Team has kind of lost his mind on a stream, publicly. So yeah, on a stream. It's certainly not the first time he's sort of gone off the rails and acted in what most of us would consider an unacceptable manner, but this is now escalated. For those of you who haven't seen it, it is now private, but I'll see what I can do to get you guys a copy if you want to see what's going on for yourself. It will allow you to see some of the live chat because the live chat is on screen for them, as you could see. Same with like me up here. So you can see who's saying what in the live chat. You can see kind of how the people around Team responded to him and encouraged him or didn't encourage him, and make those kinds of assessments for yourselves. But what I'm going to focus on is that this happened on YouTube, and then there was a bunch of stuff that went on Twitter, and I think it's kind of important to get the information that was put out onto Twitter on the same platform where these things took place. So in the live stream, there were threats of dox, and then they escalated to threats in private as well. So first, we're going to start off with what Nikki got. So most of you know Nikki Daly. She is been around the community. She's been a mod for a lot of people for a very long time. She's fantastic. I've never had any issue with her. She's done, as far as I've ever seen her, she has done everything she can to not involve herself in stuff that she views as sort of more fallacious Twitter nonsense. So like, menace to sobriety, let's say, going ahead and saying, oh, I'm gonna fight you, is like, whatever. It's like, nobody's gonna take that seriously. But somebody saying, I'm gonna fly to your house and punch you in the face and I have the bail money to do it, that's a little bit more serious and kind of needs to be taken maybe with a little bit more concern, let's say. So let's take a look and see what Nikki posted on Twitter. This is revolving around Team stream on Wednesday. Big money YouTuber wishes death upon me. Yes, I asked for help a few times in 2020. I am so fucking sorry. I needed help. Notice the highlighted dates. Team, fuck you. But hey, he finally responded to fucking DMs. The DM says to Nikki saying on September 2nd, 2020, I got a job and my first paycheck will be on the 10th, so I was wondering if you might be able to help with the donations. Here's her link to her Twitter GoFundMe stuff. Hey, I'm always, and that was on December 30th, and then, hey, I'm always down to be a mod for you anytime, so support, ask for a little bit of support in return. And then on June 4th, Team Skeptic, fuck off and eat a dick. You want to take a stand, best you not stand in shit, and then fuck off again, fucking e-beggar like the rest of them. I guess Jared, AT2 Productions, doesn't like when others know his docs. But yet, it's okay for him to dox other people. Yeah, you might look up to him, but your whole crew are nothing but pieces of human shit, and as far as I am concerned, you can all fall off a very tall cliff. Well, that's kind of aggressive. I don't see Nikki sending him anything for between December and June. Yeah, this is insulting, by the way. I agree. What is that, 5,988 notifications? How dare you? This isn't appropriate. In general, this is very ridiculous, at the very least. The internet isn't a place where people don't tell each other to go die. I mean, that happens pretty regularly. I'm pretty sure Nikki's a little bit tougher than this, but it's the hypocrisy of who it's coming from. That is kind of the takeaway from this. This is somebody who has been a very loud voice in a community of people who are debunkers. So you tell me what you think would attribute Nikki to receive this kind of message. So let's see what some people were saying. This is so disgusting. It seems Team is on a fast track to try and prove how much of a piece of trash he is. Well, it worked for me. I liked him at first when he was on FTFE's channel. After his famous live, I checked a little bit about him to see he's associated with some pieces of shit, and now this. As far as I'm concerned, he's just the same kind as Unitard. I mean, fair? What the hell? What's wrong with him? Either he's finally what he wants to be, or has found the bottom of the bottle too many times. No excuse either way. Ego. Sad. Keon. Remember, anyone e-begging is bad, except Uni and Kyle. They get a pass, but he has mentioned them many times, his PayPal, in his videos and live streams in the past. Don't worry about this conversation. This is Brainy Beaver shoving his foot really, 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 really deep down his throat and then blocking me. If you guys wanted to see Brainy's part in this, I'd recommend you watch the stream, watch the live chat, and go and see his Twitter for yourself. So if you want to see what went on with that, I definitely just recommend you go and see that see that hypocrisy just flat out on its own. It is a little bit glorious, I'm not gonna lie. It was top tier. So where did this come from? Who was Nikki supporting? Well, Team mentions Jared and that he has Jared's docs information, so knowing that part of this came off of a stream, but is there any more? Well, here's Team talking to Jared, and he's saying that he doesn't have to dox people, so he's accusing Jared of doxing, and what I see Jared saying here is, guess you didn't get the message. I heard you were looking extra famished tonight. Go eat a dick. So Jared told Team to fuck off, and his response is this to Nikki. So if you check the dates, this is June 2nd. At least I don't dox people. I have Jared's docs June 4th. This is 2 days later. So what do we have? What did I link here? Not even 24 hours after the fact, Jared posts this, which is June 3rd. This was also, if I'm not mistaken, this is June 4th. So Team sends this on June 4th. She posted on June 4th. The day before, AT2 posted this, which I have also pulled up twice. What happens when you combine an overinflated ego with a false sense of invincibility? Looky here, apparently you become what you've professed to be against, all while ignoring those beneficial to you who've crossed the same line. Isn't there a word for something like that? Hypocrisy? So let's see. Because there's a lot of fuck yous and shit throwing. What did Team say to Jared after Jared told him to eat a dick? I know there are quite a few other franchises that have nods and references to Dune. At 2:41. At 2:45, how about I show up at your house and we can see who eats the dick? Or at your job, pick your poison, I'm there. Yeah, not fun to know that someone can drop your docs at a moment's notice, right? Question mark. According to your friends, it's okay because you're a YouTuber. I really want to know where that argument came from. Who the fuck ever said it was okay to drop people's private information because they're on YouTube? I don't know whoever said that, but okay. So don't bitch. You insignificant piece of shit, run your mouth with an internet between you and the person you talk about. But I'll come to you. I got the money for bail and I know where you live and work. You know where to reach me. Got no time for you on here. So I know where you live, and I can afford to get there and afford bail money. I'm going to show up and assault you. IRL. Normally, people talking shit about fight me IRL is you've lost the argument and you're just a dumb idiot face, and nobody's gonna take you seriously. But here he is. The part that puts this, like, this is stupid internet beef bullshit to, okay, you've crossed some lines, is the I know where you live and I can post bail money. I'm gonna show up at your house or your job. What? It goes on. Here's a, I'm gonna have to zoom this in a little bit so you guys can see it a bit better. Oh, it's not letting me. Hold on. Beep, boop. Let me open in a new tab so you guys can see it a bit better. There we go. So, April 9th, 2021. Hey man, sorry for bringing you into this mess, ellipses. You are and always will be my boy, no matter how the rest of the cards fall. May 12th, 2021. You around for a quick chat? Hit me up when you're free. I want to clear some things up with you. It seems like there is this idea that I withheld some kind of information from everyone else, which is completely untrue, and that I'm taking sides with people like Unirock, which is also completely untrue. I simply went on Unirock's channel to clear Astronomy Live and Vegan Atheist. Not Reds, by the way, only those two. Because Team is still mad about Dumb Fuck of the Year. I even told him in the stream that I wasn't there to make friends with him. I've always considered you a friend. That hasn't changed, so hit me up when you get a chance. I'll clear up anything that you want cleared up. I've always been honest with you. I don't intend to change that. So, what he's referring to is when the information about Sean having lied to everybody came out, Team Skeptic said publicly that he knew for weeks ahead of time, and then everybody was like, so you didn't tell us because? And I guess now he's recanting that, oh no, I didn't actually know anything. So I don't know, since AT2 didn't have a conversation with him here that he's shown, I don't know, it doesn't say there was a call that happened or anything, but that's what it says. That's what it's referring to. You got a hate boner for uni? Question mark, question mark. Come flex it tomorrow night on my channel, ... It's time to get us, for us to get together and destroy that piece of shit. Bring whiskey. That was May 26, 2021. I mean, if you want to treat YouTube like it's a wrestling match, and have pretend beef with people like Uni, and you can pretend to have beef together back and forth and talk shit about each other. Fine. That's a thing you can do. There's nobody's gonna tell you can't do that. But it has to be fake beef. When you threaten to show up at somebody's house to assault them, saying you have money to post bail, you're not having pretend fake internet beef anymore. You're making real life threats. June 3rd, 2021. Hey bitch, I'll show up your house and knock the strawberry off your face. Ellipses. Try me. You think you're tough, but you ain't shit. Ellipses. That's why you hide behind doxing people. He's accusing Jared of doxing. And not standing behind what you say. Pass the message on to Golden Unicorn, too. Ellipses. She can get it all the way in New Zealand. So he's saying that he's going to show up and fight Manya? He's gonna fly to New Zealand? You think we don't know about her too? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I got bond money. At this point, I don't give a fuck. So he's telling he's telling Jared to tell Manya that Team's gonna fly to New Zealand because he's got bail money to beat the shit out of her. Because he says that the claim here is that Jared doxed someone. Doesn't say who, just that Jared doxed somebody. Although I do enjoy somebody's asking if this is a one-sided convo. Well, yeah, that's because these are all messages that Team is sending AT2. AT2 didn't respond to any of this shit, probably because you don't negotiate with terrorists or people who are threatening you. You are a $200 fight and $1,000 bail, ellipses. I bet you will shut the fuck up then, ellipses. That will end it all. End what all? What are you talking about? Aren't you man enough to say the same, ellipses? Go ahead and make your move and deal with the consequences. Are you saying, hey, listen, you should threaten me too? Or you're not a man because only big men make threats to Manya to fly there to New Zealand to punch her in the face? The next dox that drops, you can expect a call to your employers and screenshots from your server sent. Ellipses. Golden Unicorn can expect the same thing as well. Ellipses. So they're gonna they're gonna utilize the private information that they've obtained through some means of these two private people to send this information to their employer to get them fired? So this is what is called a threat. If you do this, then I'm going to do this. Do this or else. That's what makes it a threat. Think I don't know where she is doing her studies and where she works, question mark? Yeah, one of the bits of information that Team already released on his stream that had happened that day was what he claimed is Manya's university. I enjoy that he added a fucking vMix link. What the fuck? Come into this call, fucker. Or I'm gonna fight you. And I'm going to fight you? Think again, dipshit, ellipses. You brought this on yourself, running your mouth, ellipses. You know they talk about you being on the spectrum, right? Okay, so now he's ableist, I guess? I don't know. LOL, dumbass. My suggestion, ellipses, take your insignificant ass and move in your own direction. I mean, considering he hadn't sent you a message since at least April 9th, I don't know how you didn't get the hint that he was already going his own direction, I guess, but what do I know? Stop dropping docs. I'm gonna have to see this evidence, but we'll get there. And yours won't be dropped. So that's a threat. If you do this, don't do this or else. But one thing I promise, the moment another person you don't like has their docs dropped, I will be at your house delivering an ass-whooping pizza. So I'm going to show up at your house and I'm going to fight you. Call the police and I'll bond out. That is a promise. GCAD says you're a bitch too, just saying. This weird one at that at the end is kind of like takes all the bluster out of, like, if you're gonna make a threat, at least like commit to it. Like, you're gonna just throw that at the end like anybody gives it. Who is that? Who cares? So, what is the threat? So he's saying that Jared and Manya doxed someone. He doesn't say who, he doesn't say where, he doesn't say what. I went around and asked. I watched the video. I'm pretty sure I was able to figure it out, so let's take a look. These are the screenshots. Thank you, Thaddeus, for providing these, because I had no fucking clue what they were talking about. So who is AT2 doxed, and why would Team pull that shit out? Good question. Here's the answer, I guess. Let's see. I think these are out of order. Oh, yeah. Golden Unicorn, at Golden Unicorn, which one already put out a statement, a video a week ago? Okay, I don't know, there might be a video about Crafty, no pressure, LOL. Thought there might be a video about Crafty, but no. Oh, that thing. Yeah, well, I'm not getting directly involved into that shit publicly. There are people that have the information. Failed politicians will be known for how they truly are soon enough. Wise. So, you tell me, what about this is a dox threat? Clearly they're talking about making a video about Crafty, but there's nothing in here that indicates anything about any private information. It says she's a politician, I guess, but that's common knowledge. Crafty talks about being a politician all the time, so I don't know anything it says that failed politicians will be known for how they are. That's not who they are. So I don't know what about this is private information that would constitute a dox. Okay. So based on this, you're saying you're going to fly to New Zealand and assault Manya and dox her information, and already have doxed a little bit of her information, and you're going to fly to wherever Jared lives and to his work, and you're going to fight him, and if he calls the cops, you're going to post bail and I guess continue to try to fight him? I guess? I don't know. And then you're also going to call their workplaces? I guess you're gonna call their workplaces and say, hey, these guys said they were gonna make a video about somebody. Okay. So I asked, and I was unable to find out what docs they were talking about. Like, it took me a little while. The closest thing I could find was what Crafty, actually, before that, because I don't know how we got to the fucking point of this leading to this. Like, how do you get from this point of, like, hey, we're talking about making a video, to, I'm gonna show up at your house and fight you. So let me, let's play a little bit of what Team Skeptic actually has to say.
Hey, why don't you come be with me? Why don't you come stand here next to me and be a better person in life than what that guy could ever offer to you?
Alright, well, Team has made an offer to us to be better and do better and find out more and, you know, give us that information. So let's everybody please bow your heads, clasp your hands together, and repeat after me. Our Father, Skeptic, who art in heaven, bless us this day. Look upon us sinners with grace and mercy. Please, Lord Skeptic, grace us with your wisdom. Provide us a miracle this day, and give us the knowledge of how the fuck we got here.
Well, my child, that is quite the heavy question that a particular person has decided to not want to actually answer. So why don't we get into the actual history of what led up to this from someone who is actually involved with it, who has actually already stated all of this multiple times, multiple places, publicly available, not behind a paywall, not requiring people to You need to pay me if you want to criticize me.
Oh. Well, it seems like we have been blessed this day with a miracle of somebody who was fucking there. So a direct source. How lovely. Why don't you fill us in, man, and tell us what happened? Because, it's usually best to go to a direct source and fucking ask.
That is true. That generally is the best place to go, especially seeing as how it's one thing that I still find hilarious to this day. People can go into my Discord server right now, go into the basic chat right now, and actually scroll up to where Team sent his initial publicly typed out threat. Go 8 messages above, and you know what you'll find? You will find me admitting that, yes, a lot of these comments are bait to get people to clip it, to get them to respond with it, to get them to run with it, and show their own idiocy. It's almost like I don't hide the intentions of comments like that. But hey, you'd have to be paying attention and actually know how to read in order to pick up on those things.
I don't know. I can't imagine actually going to look and read what was being said. Weird, right?
Yeah, let's completely ignore where the person is actually, yes, I'm playing you. Here I am, verbally, on a live stream admitting, you got played.
There's also the how when you and Manya had that conversation, which, if I'm not mistaken, was May 16th? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, sounds about right. So, let me see. Do I have it pinned? Nope, I don't have it pinned in basic chat, but let's actually, I will scroll up and get to that area of it, and God damn, there's been a lot of activity in there. You know what? Maybe Team Skeptic finally actually did something useful for my channel and Discord server after 4 fucking years.
The Streisand effect.
No, we're still in June. Still in June.
I have them on my... I think I posted them on Twitter at one point also. Somebody asked.
That was a week. There's that.
Yo, why is this zoomed in? What happened here? Hold on, let me...
Because you want to?
Apparently. Let me see. Oh, that, yeah. This is absurd. And the reason I want to say
May
this is
16th.
absurd... Yeah, May 16th, yeah. So, here's the thing. Let's pretend, let's hypothetical, because we still haven't been provided any information about whether, they haven't provided anything that is the docs, where this has happened. Team, Brainy, anybody on that stream that night has not provided a single piece of information about what docs took place and where. Like, what information? I don't mean I'm asking for somebody's name, I mean what information, as in, was it their name, as in, was it their location? Like, what was the information? And so because of that, let's hypothetically say that it's true. Does that justify threats? I'll let you expound upon that slightly for a second.
No, because it makes you look like a raging fucking hypocrite. You say you're against something, and then you actually go so much farther than I ever have. Because I have a bad habit of actually admitting to what I do. I will admit that I do troll from time to time, but when someone asks, hey, was this you? Did you really say this? If it was something that I actually said, my answer is always, yeah, I said that. Here's what I meant. Here's what I expected the response to be. And guess what? That's the response that I get because you people are so easy to play. Now, as for the whole thing of people trying to say, oh, look, he admitted it. Yes, I admitted to playing you fools like a fiddle.
By using the word how instead of who?
But by using the word how. I never said who. Said how they were. And also, that account that they keep pointing to, it's funny that the link that they have are 4 words across 2 phrases, which are actually quotes from Crafty.
That's why they're saying that account was you. Yeah, so I actually went to go find out what the dox was. Like, I went to go find out because they wouldn't give me anything. So I did my best to see if I could figure out where and what and who and like what docs are they talking about? Because at this point, I'm pretty sure in the stream at one point Brainy said if you've gathered information, it's a dox. And it's like, what? So I don't trust their definition. I'm not gonna lie. I don't trust what they're saying is or is not a dox at that point. So I went to go look for myself to see if I could figure out what it was. So let's take a look.
So by that definition, any research on any topic that involves another human being would be doxing.
Correct. Yes. So, which is really bizarre because it's definitely counter to what Brainy said in the clip I showed at the beginning. So let's see. Unfortunately, at AT2 and Golden Unicorn has seen fit. This is from Crafty's community tab. Unfortunately, AT2 and Golden Unicorn has seen fit to dox me on Twitter, knowing that I am not on the platform anymore because of their Reds and Cheshire Vic's behavior. You mean we called you out for threatening to dox? What bizarre plot are we in where people are threatening to dox to protect somebody who threatened to dox by saying you can't dox anybody?
Wait.
What?
I got a better question. How can someone make a statement of a knowledge claim of what is in my mind and what I know and don't know?
I don't know, but I'm enjoying the traffic in my live chat right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's take a look-see. Jared and Golden Unicorn, she tried to @ Manya and failed. I guess she doesn't know Manya's YouTube channel. Decided to use an alt account to release my private details and put me and my family at risk of harassment. They even recycled the language Jared used in a public chat on another platform when he threatened my private details would be released. Why? Did you ever threaten that her private details would be released?
No.
Okay.
Flat out, no. And wait a minute. So, recycling the language that I used in a message that was dated May 16th. What was the date of the tweet that she screenshotted?
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. Well,
And
because
like can't math.
Well, because I called out Ilya. Nobody cared if you called out Ilya or not. And I was right because Ilya came to me to come clean about everything after she confessed to Nate about her false cancer claim. Here's the thing. The reason people called out Crafty was for threatening to dox Ilya. Whether she lied about cancer after the fact is completely not only irrelevant, and even if she did lie about cancer, she doesn't deserve to be doxed. Don't threaten people. Don't dox people. I don't know what's so complicated about this.
And I would just like to go on record that I never had any part of that. And frankly, I don't give a fuck about Ilya. Never did.
And that's totally fair, because the thing is that these are situations that are completely unrelated. This is, I'm trying to point the finger at other people to retroactively justify my previous behavior to say it wasn't shit because of unrelated incidences. Blatantly. Like, it's blatant. It's not even hidden. Doxing me won't repair your reputation. What? It only further proves that I was right to tell people not to trust any of you. I feel like that last chunk of those last two sentences just apply to Team. He's the only one that I've seen recently making fucking doxing threats. Is that just me? Let's take a look.
What's up, what's up?
Oh, hey, Manya. How's it going? We've been blessed. Another miracle. How you doing?
I'm trying to do okay, but yeah, hanging in there. So, yeah, I just popped in for a few minutes just to say, I've got the copy of the live stream that Team did. I've got clips from that where he has threatened me. I've contacted the local police, and I'll take one thing at a time. After if I get a resolution from the police, I will be getting into my legal options, and see if I can how I can deal with all the the false statements that are being made about me on YouTube and also other YouTube channels where they're claiming that somehow I doxed someone and I have sock accounts, etc., etc. So I'm looking into all those options. But yeah, I don't know what I did to deserve that, but shame on all of them who are running this with this narrative. That and just yeah, that's all I have to say. I think so. And
So-
yeah,
There's a handful of people in the chat, and I implore my mods to enjoy playing Whack-A-Mole for a little while. For anybody who doesn't know about the Crafty Keela situation and her dox threats, there is a video on my channel. You can take a look back. It's just called, and it's another TLDR version of this, but it's a video instead of a stream. So you can feel free to go check that out if you were curious about this. So this is the tweet that she linked. This screenshot here. This is the screenshot. You'll notice how it conveniently leaves out the account name and conveniently leaves out when this was posted. It says, "Have you seen this failed politician? There are rumors." Wait, hold on. Is it she's a failed politician? You said in Discord, and then that this person said that she was a failed politician? That's their link?
That's half of it.
Oh God. There are rumors she is trying to... More than one person thinks you're shit? Wow, who would have thought? Have you seen this failed politician? There are rumors she is trying to worm her way back into places she once tried to destroy from the inside. Isn't this the same voice that said they were going back to being just a passive observer? Okay, so one, I don't see...
There's the other two words. Passive observer.
Oh, okay. So nothing in this tweet says Crafty's name, right? Like, I mean, it doesn't say it's talking about Crafty, right? I don't see that in this tweet.
No.
So how does she know that
unless you already knew Crafty, you'd have no fucking clue who it was talking about.
So who was... Okay, so, yeah, how do you know... How does Crafty know this account is talking about her? Is it the video?
Talk about the Streisand effect.
No, it goes into what I've actually been toying with for a number of months now on people, actually close to a year now with people. It's called a guilty conscience.
Okay. So I have another screenshot here. This is the video. It's blurred out because, I'm a nice guy, and if you accidentally just linked yourself to say that this was you, which is what you did over here, you have now, by doing this, have, like an idiot, confirmed that this person, who has a completely standalone tweet, not tweeting at anyone, which you can see there's no at in here, that has no comments and no likes on it, is you.
And apparently it's part of mine because I found a later tweet and decided to follow it because I found that tweet interesting and wanted to see if anything more happened.
So part of this is that here's the thing. Ooh. If you can find this tweet that she put a screenshot up of by searching the content of the tweet. That's how Twitter works. So she just projected and just shouted out, "Hey, if you want to know about me, here's this video is me. This person's talking about me." And notice that this is the date is February 10th, 2021. This was May 16th that this took place on, and then you were getting stuff in June, right?
Yep.
It was June 3rd. It was just this past Wednesday that team went off, which was the 2nd of June.
Late 2nd, early 3rd.
So
While I was at work, mind you.
So Team Skeptic made a stream, made threats, gave out some of Manya's private information, made threats that he was going to attack people, said that he had bail money to allow him to be able to actually get away with attacking you, over a tweet that has no traction on it because Crafty confirmed that this random thing was her, and she's trying to peg it on you and Manya and apparently me and Rads. I didn't even know about this tweet until I came to find it here. From February 10th.
It's
All right, I'm gonna head out. I've got work to catch up with. But thanks for having me, Shesh, and thanks for doing this, and thanks to everyone who has, supported me and stood behind me. I really appreciate this. And yeah, just cause someone is recycling words from an isolated tweet does not mean that they tweeted that shit.
Well,
And
it's
Crafty, I
also
expect better from you, but what do I expect from a failed politician? I guess you want notoriety and you want to be a victim at any cost.
But
There you go.
Here's the
Enjoy.
thing. Here's the thing, though. I've been saying the whole passive observer thing about Crafty anytime she's mentioned because that's what she said.
Yeah, that's her own words.
That was the last thing I remember her saying. I stopped
mean-
giving a fuck about her then. Then it came back up. I thought about doing a video and then was like, you know what? Not worth the effort.
All of this seems to be a bias that is assuming based on nothing that you were putting out personal information in the video that you were talking about potentially making, which you said that you weren't even doing anymore.
Yep.
That's a whole lot of assumptions and a whole lot of misreading the word of how for who.
Well, and there's more that they ignored and decided not to listen to as well. And this goes into a bit of the motivation and what I suspect was part of the impetus on the person who actually made the threats that has been reported to multiple places, including law enforcement already. And this person has said to me numerous times over the past number of years that when they're done fucking with someone, they don't warn them, they don't make a big deal of it, they just ghost them. They just disconnect and keep doing their thing.
I mean, that seems like a reasonable thing to handle. A reasonable thing to handle your business. If you don't want to talk to anybody anymore, there's no reason to make a big stink about it. Just don't talk to them anymore.
I guess he doesn't like it when it happens to him.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't really see anything like that. So here's the thing. If you let's pretend that this tweet is you. Does this standalone tweet that doesn't have any private information in it, that doesn't link it to Crafty outside of her linking it to herself, constitute, like, does that justify Team Skeptic's threats of assault, of doxing, based like, let's assume everything he's saying is true. Does that justify these assault and dox threats?
No. Because I've said this to everyone who was on the panel when I ended my last stream, because this started to come up, and I made it clear that this was not going to be talked about because there is no reason to bring any further attention to it than is absolutely necessary. But I will say it here. There is never, ever an excuse to release someone's private information or make the direct threat that you will, or to make the direct threats of physical violence because your fifis got hurt, because someone decided to stop talking to you, because all your promises over 4 years never fucking happened.
Yeah. This is a situation where it's like, even if what Team was saying was true, which, by the way, Brainy admitted on Twitter later that they had no evidence of, that they were basing it off of speculation. Even if their speculation was correct, this is still not a dox, and this is still not your Team Skeptic's behavior is still unacceptable, and the behavior of everybody in that stream is unacceptable. Period. Egging him on, getting him to go further, not either calling it out and and leaving. Is if you didn't just fuck off and leave and tell him this is fucking not okay, or call it out publicly immediately after the fact and be like, whoa, yo, okay, listen, that happened, I didn't know what to do. And so, like, you could justify it that way. Some people get caught up, they're live, they don't know how to handle a situation. That's understandable. But if you're not going to go ahead and be like, okay, so I was on this stream and this shit happened and that shit was not okay, and you were in there being fine with it, I question your integrity at the very least. So,
Chesh, can I ask someone in the live chat a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, Holy Spackle, where's that recording you claim to have of me admitting that I called the police?
Oh no.
How many years has it been? Where's that recording you claim to have?
Spackle's
that's who Moderate C Word is.
Spackle's in here twice because she has to be on 2 different accounts to make it sound like more people agree with her.
And maybe you weren't aware, but when Reds told me that he said that, I asked him if he was fucking crazy. Yeah, wow, imagine that. Someone around me does something that I think is crossing a line, and I give them a ration of shit for it. That could never happen. Go eat another fucking Twinkie.
Oof. The answer is like put up or shut up. Do you think that Team Skeptic's behavior in doxing is acceptable? Yes or no? Do you have evidence of AT2 being the person who put out that tweet? Yes or no? No. You have speculation. Is this tweet a dox? Is the last question. And we'll end it with this. Is this tweet a dox? The answer might surprise you. Who is it? Let's answer the big fucking question. Who is it that doxed Crafty Keela? Let me explain this to you. Crafty, in her own videos, has said regularly, this is not a hidden gem somewhere buried deep in her stream somewhere. This isn't some little nugget that you have to look hard to find. She has said that she's a politician. Politicians have different rules when it comes to what information about theirs is public and is private. Now, besides that, she said that she's a politician, she said which party she is affiliated with, and she gave the region and location. That information and a Google search will take you to exactly who she is. She made that information publicly available, and the information about who she is in the party has to be public because she's a politician. So, the only person Crafty has to blame or take responsibility for who released her information is Crafty. She tied her online presence as Crafty Keela to her political career all on her own. None of the information that's put in here is private. Does she deserve to be doxxed? No. Was she doxxed? Nope. Does anybody deserve to get threats anyway? Absolutely not. Doesn't matter what they've done. I don't care if you've gone ahead and killed 3 people down the road from me and killed my family. You don't deserve to be doxxed because that doesn't accomplish anything. That doesn't move anything in any kind of positive manner. We're going to take off. There is, I'm looking at doing an after show because I really want to talk to Nikki about what's gone on, and I'd like to get AT2 and Nikki in at the same time. It's not going to happen today, unfortunately. There's too much other stuff going on in the background. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that today. Hopefully, we'll be able to do it something soon, but remember, if anybody ever asks you to do something or reaches their hand out to you or makes you an offer that you can't refuse and kind of sounds like a creepy incel, Jared, do you have anything to say before we take off?
Oh, yeah. I used to think that the incels and femcels were the most weak egos on the internet. Turns out I was wrong.
Well, let's tell everybody what our new favorite meme is, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
Fuck you, I'm gonna dox Crafty Keela.